All right, good evening. This is Luke Thomas here, QuakePrediction.com, the Earthquake channel. It is Tuesday, February 2nd at 7:25 in the evening, and we have a warning for California. We will probably update the other forecast later on tonight, but we're going to just go with the warning for California right now. And let's bring up the graph here, the forecast graph. And you can see we're going to go through each of these days here. We've been forecasting a strong earthquake in Southern California for 2 weeks, starting at about the 16th or 17th of January. And we finally figured out how to forecast when. We get these large signals, and then it's usually within 3 days of that signal you have a quake. But some of the bigger ones, they hold off. And to know when they happen is the key to forecasting earthquakes, when and where. And we figured that out in the last couple of days. So we know the trigger and the location. So this is very important. We know the signals, and then we know the trigger, and we know the location. Now we know all three. So we're going to review some of these quakes on this, I call it the trigger graph. These are the triggers and the peaks and when those quakes happen. First of all, the 3.5 that happened on the 20th in the morning in Los Angeles, Willowbrook, California, which is in Los Angeles Basin on the 20th. That was this quake right here. You see it right here in just south of Los Angeles in Willowbrook on the 20th, January 20th. And these are Z times, so that's 8 hours earlier than that, so about 8:30 in the morning. Then on a 3.1 hit on the 23rd on this peak, and remember this data is for all of California, and we know how to find out the location as well now. And that was on the 23rd, and you can see that quake right here. That was a 3.1. And this stronger peak here on the 27th was a 4.6 near Ferndale in Northwest California. And that was this one right here. You can see 4.6 on the 27th. And that also was in the morning, 8:25 in the morning on the 27th, which is this peak right here. And then on the 30th and the 31st, we had a couple quakes. We had this one right here, which was at about 1 in the morning on the 31st, was a 3.3. And then we've been talking about the risk now building in the south. This 3.5 here hit down near the Salton Sea. And that hit on 4Z on the first, so it was actually about 8 p.m. in the evening on January 31st, which is right there in that peak, 3.5. Now this, you can see here on the end of the third, the risk is rising rapidly, and it should peak on the 4th. I'm looking at extended data, and right now it's rising rapidly, and we're looking at maybe a peak on, or a trigger on the 4th or the 5th. So our data is not totally complete yet, but this is rising rapidly. So we should have and the forecast spot is in Southern California. As you can see at some of these other videos that we have out, is down near the Salton Sea. Here's also down there the Salton Sea. This one here is down the Salton Sea. So tomorrow's forecast will be able to, tomorrow will be the 3rd. It will be at the end here. We'll be able to give you a better idea of the exact location. Right now we're thinking near the Salton Sea, and we're thinking sometime in the afternoon on the 4th when this quake will hit. But we're having, we had a strong signal back on I think it was the 16th of the month, January. And now we have these triggers. These triggers are what finally triggered the quake. This 4.6 here on the 27th was a little stronger. And this 3.5 on the 31st, not only did it produce a 3.5, but it produced a swarm of earthquakes. And I was kind of worried about this, that this would trigger the quake. But now we're getting a much, much stronger release here. And this is coming most likely on the 4th, February 4th, or the 5th. And the 4th now seems like the day that it'll hit. So here's the warning, major earthquake warning, 7.0 to 7.2 earthquake is now likely February 4th or 5th. And I also added over on Twitter and Facebook that the 4th is the more likely date, most likely near the Salton Sea. Now, as we get closer to this quake, it might end up being northwest of Los Angeles, the highest risk, but we won't know that till most likely tomorrow. We'll be able to get a better idea of exactly where it's going to hit. So stay tuned. Very strong earthquake coming to Southern California on most likely February 4th or 5th, even more likely on February 4th, most likely near the Salton Sea right now, but future data looks like it might possibly be northwest of Los Angeles. We'll know better tomorrow in tomorrow's forecast, so stay tuned. Tomorrow evening, we'll put out another video forecast, and we'll give you an update on the situation. But please warn friends and family, this data, signals, and forecasts is based on 15 years of research, and we finally have all that we need to forecast earthquakes. Is going to be very easy from here on out. We have the signals, and now we know the triggers, and we know the location as well. So stay tuned. Strong earthquake coming to Southern California on most likely February 4th or 5th. Please warn friends and family of this strong earthquake. Thank you so much. And we will talk to you tomorrow night and give you more updates on this quake. Thank you so much.